What is going on? This is AlTone, and today I want to share with you this new drone from Holy Stone, the HS790. Now, this is, I believe, kind of an upgrade for the 7 Series drones. You know, there's a 720, 720G, 720R. There's a bunch of 720 drones, 720E. But this one, I believe, is an upgrade for those. It comes with 2 batteries with your charging hub, and Holy Stone sent this guy out for me to try out, and I've had the opportunity to fly it and see the awesome video that you can get from it. So let's get into the case really quickly, and let me share with you what it comes with and tell you a little bit about my first experience with it. So one of the things as we open this up, first of all, it does come with a case, and it's a very nice little case here. You get the drone itself, which actually has a strap to help you hold down your props. Then you have a hub. Then you have also your controller. Your controller does have a built-in battery, so you can charge this up. And then you have some additional cables and whatnot. So this guy actually comes with 2 USB cables. One of them is a USB-A to USB-C. The other one is a USB-C to USB-C. One cable will be used for charging up your controller. The other cable will be used for your hub to charge or directly charge your batteries. And then, of course, you do have this nice little accessory packet that includes some additional props as well as the hardware in order to be able to put the props on and take them off, and the screwdriver in order to allow you to do that as well. It's usually a Phillips head screw that holds these props on, which is exactly what it is here. So a couple of things about this drone. First thing, and this is something I experienced, is when you take this guy out, you are going to want to do your calibration in the beginning. Up front, you always want to do that. One of the things that I like to do, especially when I'm doing a maiden on a drone, is I usually do what I call a hover test. I go up to about 3 feet or so and let it sit for a little bit and just watch it. If it starts to do any type of movement outside of what it should be doing, start to circle, do what's called a toilet bowl, I land it and redo my calibration. And if it seems steady, I rotate it left or right, watch it for a couple of seconds again. If it starts to do anything drifting in any way, lower it down, land it, do my calibration again. If not, then I go ahead and take off and fly my mission. And I basically do that with every single drone. But with this particular one, the first thing you're going to want to do when you first get it is you're going to connect your app to it. It does come with a free downloadable app that you will use. The great thing about it is this guy is a very similar controller to one that we've been using in the past, and basically what it will do is bring your video back to your mobile device through the cable, through the antenna connection on the controller, through your cable, instead of just using a Wi-Fi connection directly to your phone or your mobile device. One of the things that I did experience was I did lose video in the app while I was flying it because I did actually turn my back to the drone momentarily. What I personally had to do in that case was I restarted the app. I gained my video back. But this is a reason why you always want to fly visual line of sight unless you have a waiver to do otherwise. And that way you can know where the drone is, and if you have to fly it back without being able to see what the camera's
maximum
seeing,
flight altitude reached,
you're good there. But that does work out well. I was able to turn around, I was able to get the video connection back, and I was able to fly it, continue to capture video and all of that. The other thing about the app is there is the app version that this is using is called the HS GPS V5 or version 5. That app was used on a previous Holy Stone drone. So if you do happen to have one of their older models, then what you're going to want to do, if you already have that app on your device, I would suggest delete the app and use the QR code in the manual, re-download the app, and then go ahead and do your flight. Because they did do, within the last day or so from me recording this, they did an update for the app. And that update allows it to work with this new drone that they have. I experienced my first time out in that the drone would not connect. It was looking for a Wi-Fi signal, and it was because the app that I have on my mobile device was the older version of the V5 version, or version 5. It was the older version, and after I deleted it, I tried to do an update, didn't work out well, still wouldn't connect. So after deleting it and re-uploading it, it worked just fine. So I would suggest if you have an older version, just go ahead and delete it, re-download the app, and it should work out fine for you. That's just a couple of things that I noticed straight up front out of the box. But I will tell you, the video and photo from this, has a 6K camera. And there is an SD card. If you want to take full advantage of the 6K camera on this drone, then you'll want to use an internal SD card, which it will save your videos to. It will take up to 132 gig SD card, of course, which it does not include. It has everything else that you need to fly, including, if you don't have an SD card, it will save the files to your mobile device in which you're using to fly the drone through the app into your videos or photos on your phone. However, and you will need to give it full access. However, it will not be the full resolution or quality that you see in this video and that you can get from this particular drone. This is borderline, and I do mean borderline, if not commercial quality video and photo you're getting from the drone. You will get 6K resolution photos, but your video coming back to it is 4K resolution. And depending on what frame rate you use, that could reduce the resolution on your video. So if you keep it around 30 frames per second, then you should be getting your 4K video back. So a couple of other features about this particular drone. One, it is greater than 349 grams, so you will have to register it in the US. It does have a built-in remote ID module, and it does have your serial number on a little sticker on the side. So when you register your drone, you have the serial number for the remote ID module on the drone. Your batteries will give you an approximate flight time of about 30 minutes, and that of course depends on conditions and your flying style. The two batteries are actually 3200 milliamp hour LiPos, 2S LiPos. And of course a couple of other things to be aware of. It does have a headless mode, which I never use. There's a fail-safe return to home. And now, if you lose video, it will not return to home. But if you lose your connection to the radio, then it will automatically go into a return to home mode. So just to be sure that you're aware of that. Not only that, but if your battery starts to get low, it will also go into an automatic return to home mode. Now, if you look at the bottom of the drone, there's two sensors there. One of them is a LiDAR sensor, which is the two little small lenses toward the rear, and then you have an optical flow sensor. The optical flow is to help the drone maintain stable position indoors, not using the GPS, or as you take off anywhere up to 9 feet. After 9 feet, it's going to be using a GPS positioning in order to ensure that it maintains its position. And of course, this 6K camera is sitting on a 3-axis gimbal, which is really going to help to stabilize your video footage and help you get more crisp, clean photo from the drone. Now, just to take a quick look at the controller itself, essentially you have a screen. That screen provides you with a ton of information back. Your max speed on this drone, by the way, which is one of the pieces of information that you will get back either in the mobile device or on the screen itself, is about 24 miles an hour. That's about the cap of what I was able to get out of it. It will give you a ton of information on your display screen here. You do have your headless mode button. You have your calibration button. That's the button you place in order to start your calibration. You have a speed button. It does have 2 speeds, and again, top speed is about 24 miles an hour. And then you have your power button. Your control sticks are here, and we'll show you where they're actually stored on the radio in just a second. On the top here, you have a button here, which is your photo video button on one side, and then you have a scroll wheel that will adjust your angle of the camera from the remote. Then at the top you have what is your antenna and your mobile device holder. Underneath your antenna / mobile device holder, you actually have your cables here. There's one it comes with 2, and they're not installed when you receive it, so you'll put the one in that you need. This one has a lightning connection on it for older iPhone, and I'm using my iPhone 15 Pro Max with this drone, and so I'm using the USB-C to USB-C connection here. And then your control sticks are actually stored up underneath here as well. You pop those out, put them in, and you're ready to go. One of the other things I will tell you is the controller has a built-in battery, so you basically get everything in the case that you need to take it out and fly. But what you're going to want to do is make sure that before you go out to fly, every single time you check your battery on your controller, as well as charging up your batteries. On the back of the controller, it does not give me the information on what size battery is actually installed, but what I noticed as I was flying is you get about enough flight time to be able to fly out 3 batteries. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that you always check your controller battery to make sure it is fully charged. So that is the HS790, a fantastic, and I do mean it's a fantastic drone. I'm hoping to get a lot more flight time out of it myself. I most likely will be using this as a backup commercial drone for doing drone work, because I think the video and photo from it is just that good. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking this out with me. And of course, again, I thank Holy Stone for sending this awesome drone out to me for me to try out. And I do, again, plan to get plenty of use out of it. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you again in a future video. Take care.